Every time my driver took me to work, he brought his girlfriend along. Looked at her in disbelief. Who told you this is Alfred's house? Kara let out a sharp, mocking laugh. He did. Told me himself. You pathetic little gold digger. You found out my boyfriend is the CEO of the company, so now you're pulling every trick in the book to get close to him. Bumming rides every day, manufacturing excuses to be alone with him. That wasn't enough? Now you've come crawling to his villa to throw yourself at him? Let me make one thing crystal clear. Alfred told me he only drives you to and from work because you're an employee at his company. He's being generous. Don't mistake his kindness for an invitation. So that was the story Alfred had fed her. No wonder Kara had always treated me like dirt. In her mind, Alfred was the one who owned the luxury car and the villa. He was the CEO, and I was just some employee who worked under him. So all this time, Kara had believed I was the one mooching rides in Alfred's luxury car, shamelessly trying to seduce her boyfriend. What a joke. Kara turned to her friends and announced at the top of her lungs, "You want to know how shameless this tramp really is? She parks herself in my boyfriend's car every single day. You literally can't get rid of her. I even left a note telling her to stop riding with him, and she threw a fit and called the cops, claiming he was harassing an employee. So my boyfriend had to start dropping me off at the office first, then double back just to chauffeur her around, all to protect the company's reputation. I have never in my life seen a more shameless piece of trash." My eyes went wide. So that was why Alfred had been late picking me up every day. He'd been sneaking off to drive Kara around first, then coming back for me. Well played, Alfred. Well played. You want to treat me like a fool? Then don't blame me for what comes next. I pulled out my phone on the spot and dialed the legal department. "Get a team to my villa at Peach Blossom right now." Before I could finish, Kara snatched the phone out of my hand and hurled it against the floor. God, you are unbelievable. How can one person be this full of it? "Your villa? This is my boyfriend's house." Her friends piled on, sneering and spitting venom. Classic gold digger. Hasn't even landed the rich guy yet and she's already claiming his property. Some women are just born desperate. The second they smell money, they're on their knees begging like dogs. Disgusting. Kara, you're way too nice. If I ran into trash like her, I'd rip her lying mouth right off her face. Their words pumped Kara full of confidence. She grabbed my collar and yanked me close. "Hear that? Everyone here agrees. You're nothing but trash." Then her gaze dropped to my neck and her eyes lit up. "That jade pendant doesn't look cheap. Let me guess. You spread your legs for some sugar daddy to buy it?" She grabbed the chain and ripped it off my neck. The motion was so fast, so violent, I didn't even have time to react before the necklace was in her hand. The blood drained from my face. "Give it back." My sudden panic only made her smile sharpen. She dangled the pendant just out of reach. "This nervous? Must be worth a fortune." "It's worthless," I blurted, lunging for it. "But it means everything to me. Give it back. Now." I grabbed for it, desperate. That jade pendant was a protective charm my mother had given her life to obtain. I'd been sickly since birth. When I was 4, I was hospitalized in critical condition, unconscious and fading. The doctors told my parents to start making arrangements. My mother refused to accept it. She went to a temple to pray for me. To prove the sincerity of her devotion, she set out in the scorching heat of a 100-degree summer and prostrated herself the entire way, one bow for every step, from the base of the mountain to its peak. By the time she reached the top, her knees were torn to raw flesh, white bone visible beneath the blood. Her forehead was split open, her consciousness flickering. Only then was she granted the jade pendant. Perhaps heaven itself was moved by what she'd done. Against all odds, I woke up. But my mother never recovered. On her deathbed, she pressed the necklace into my palm and made me swear to keep it safe. I had treasured it beyond measure ever since, carrying it with me every single day of my life. It was the thing my mother traded her life for. It was sacred, untouchable. I would never let anyone destroy it. "The more you want it back," Kara said, a cruel grin spreading across her face. "The more I want to smash it to pieces." Before I could reach it, Kara hurled the necklace at the ground with all her strength. A sharp crack split the air. The jade pendant shattered into pieces, fragments scattering across the floor. No, my mother's pendant, the one she'd traded her life for, gone, just like that. The pain in my chest was so sharp I couldn't breathe. "You're an animal." Something inside me snapped. I swung my hand and slapped Kara across the face as hard as I could. "You bitch!" Kara shrieked, clutching her cheek. "Beat this slut within an inch of her life." Her voice pitched